Hello, we are happy in Switzerland. Today we wanted to tell you why we are actually happy in Switzerland. I'm here now for 7 years. I'm originally from Belarus, so I wanted to come here just for 1 year to check, to get some work experience, but somehow I stuck here now for 7 years.
And I'm Swiss born, so obviously I love Switzerland, and obviously I also want to give you some insight, some things you might eventually not hear from somebody who was just coming from abroad.
So, first one, for me at least, it was really important that here I feel safe with money. Here the average income of any working person is actually enough for you to live good life. You can rent a good apartment, you can go for holidays as like 1-2 times a year probably, you can drive a car, so income here is really good. By the way, if you are really interested in this topic, please leave us a comment and we will make another video exactly about salaries in Switzerland, if my husband will let me.
What we can say about Switzerland is that it has one of the lowest unemployment numbers all over the world. That comes with a high need on qualified people. It also means that we need a lot of expats coming to Switzerland because the need for specialists cannot really be covered by just Swiss people. And that opens the market to internationals.
And actually it brings us to the second point, which is a lot of foreigners are living here. So you as a foreigner coming to Switzerland, you don't really feel yourself as a foreigner. So for example, in my team where I started to work, he was the only Swiss. All the rest was people coming from abroad. So this is for me one of the greatest advantages, because you don't feel like people are looking at you, who is she, where she's coming from, because every second person on the street actually coming from somewhere. So originally Swiss, I believe statistically 60% which has Swiss passports, but out of this 60% already some foreigners who got Swiss passports. So originally Swiss in this country probably less than foreigners already. Third one, it's boring and it's a good thing, really, for me at least. When I was moving to Switzerland, I was reading the article, I wanted, probably you want to know, why are people moving there, what is Switzerland? And then there was one article which says, if you want to live in a cemetery, move to Switzerland. And it was a little bit shocking, I thought, is it so dead, so boring? And it is a little bit boring, but it's really nice for families. It's really nice, there is no so maybe vibe as in New York City, or I don't know, some big city. Biggest city here is how much? 300,000 people? 400,000,
that's Zurich.
Exactly. And it's just like a slow moving country, but in the good direction. And people are going hiking on the weekends, and it's just relaxing, I don't know, and very good, I think, for families. Maybe if you are young, 20 years old, you want to go somewhere, even somewhere as a New York, but even with 20 years old, it's plenty stuff to do here.
Right. We can say the last thing Switzerland is boring. What I can say about this is Switzerland is not loud. We're not showing off.
Another point, which is probably very important to everyone, it's safety. Safety is really in a high level here. I think it's one of the safest countries in the world. I don't know about all the countries, but it is really, sometimes we live in a house without
locking the door.
Locking the door, I'm not sure we can say it on the video. But yes, and if it's a short trip to the shop and back, we are not really locking the door. And another point, which I probably should have mentioned, the first one, Switzerland is beautiful. It's really, for me, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, because of the mountains, because of the wonderful lakes, because of, I don't know, everything. It's really, first I was just crying seeing all this. I couldn't handle my emotions.
Remember that, yeah.
Exactly.
In all fairness, she's talking about Switzerland, not about Swiss men. Just
Oh, actually, this is also a good point. I really like Swiss men. One in particular, but there are more here. Really nice ones.
Uh-oh.
So it's another point, but we will not stop here.
Well, Switzerland obviously is known for its tourism. It's one of the big industries in Switzerland, and people from all around the world are coming. For some countries, Switzerland is the ideal. I have some Indian friends, and they all say, if I'm going to marry one day, I want to marry in Switzerland. So this is actually kind of the stereotype we also carry out of our borders, that Switzerland is the perfect location, kind, nice, this Heidi feeling. I don't know if you know Heidi, but if you know this, it will really tell you.
Or we can tell you in another video if you leave a comment below.
Fair enough, exactly. So from that point of view, Switzerland is really the place where you can lay down, where you can relax from a holiday perspective, also from a living point of view. That's it.
Exactly. So another one, which is also very important for my perspective, is reliability. If something written which is working, it's definitely working. If it says like this amount of documents you need to bring, it will be always this amount of documents. There will be no sending you left, right, or whatever. There is always certainty in what you're doing. It's very clear, very easy. And like Swiss transportation, you know, like it says it's gonna come at 5, it's coming at 5, and when it's 1 minute late, everybody's like, oh, train is 1 minute late, how come, you know? So it is very reliable country.
This obviously comes from a certain perspective. When you're a small country compared to other countries in Europe, you have to be reliable. It's kind of, it's your success model. And Switzerland is an engineering country, for sure. That's where precision is coming from. Germany is also an engineering country. Do I have to say more? This is what it is. Switzerland, precision. We're talking about Swiss watches. Everyone knows them. And yeah, this is where we're coming from.
5 o'clock, then it's definitely on time. So this is our first video. So please support us.
Smash the like button.
Hit the bell. And please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna make more interesting videos.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.